All right, this sounds like it's old. I think it's old. I It sounds very familiar. I think I've already watched it before, but I don't know. Huh. Roach, of course. Chow? Sounds like Cars.
Here we go. Focus. Speed.
Oh, the White House?
I am speed.
Bro.
1 winner. 42 losers.
Come on.
I eat losers for breakfast. Breakfast? Maybe I should have had breakfast. Oh, brekkie could be good for me. No. Stay focused. Speed. Faster than...
Dude, who made this? There's no way.
Hey, Langdon, you ready?
Oh, yeah. Lightning's ready.
Bro. He's campaigning already. He's campaigning for 2028. Bro. Let the shenanigans begin. Blockade is back on. Iran is getting crushed. Trump is just flipping the switch. U.S. Navy's resuming full naval blockades on Iranian ports in the Strait of Hormuz, costing them $400 million day. Well, sitcom pounds targets in wave of strikes. Wow.
At this hour, the blockade is officially back on.
I feel like that's old. After this hour, that give it away. Okay. We already know that. Wait. Oh, assassinate Trump's character. Okay, I had to reread that. I was like, hold on. Something caught my eye. I wonder if we're gonna have Iraq go in there and destroy them. That would be somewhat poetic, you know. Rubio is calling on American allies to leave the court completely. The United States will dismantle the court brick by brick, if necessary.
The ICC was created back in 2002 as a function of the United Nations, but the United States has never recognized its jurisdiction.
Dude, I kind of like this. I learned a lot more about this, and this is a very good thing for everybody. I don't care who you
Rubio
are.
is also calling on America's allies to leave the court completely, saying that the United States will dismantle the court brick by brick if necessary.
Brick by
the ICC
brick.
was created back in 2000.
That was awesome. That's awesome. I like that. I like Rubio's going after this. It's probably a perfect man for the job. President Trump signs major Doge executive order helping fire deep state rogue federal workers in policy. I feel like this is super old, dude. Come on. Is that old? Am I tripping? Not going to watch that. This is more about the oh my gosh, that's AI like crazy. I'm not gonna watch that. President Trump greets Iraq Prime Minister at the White House. I feel like this might have something to do with Thursday news. Anybody got any bets on what the Thursday news is? Bet you it's on Polymarket or Kelshi. Did I say Polymarket? Is that it?
We love Iraq. And they're well represented. This man just won a big election. They are very well represented. I can tell you that. Thank you very much.
Nice. Dude looks happy. Oh my word. I'm good on that one. Taking Trump's character. Yeah. Oh, wow. JD Vance. If Democrats do win midterms, is Trump getting impeached again? JD Vance, I'm sure he'll get impeached. Look, they have nothing to actually run on or govern on. Their entire obsessive focus is that they hate Donald Trump. He's not wrong about that. So much so that they are just blind.
Is Trump getting impeached again?
How does it? How do you feel?
Nothing
How can you
actually
just
run on or govern on? Their entire obsessive focus of that party is they hate Donald Trump.
Yep.
So if they ever get power,
True.
are they going to, lower Americans' taxes? No.
Nope.
Are they going to make your life more affordable?
No.
Are they going to solve the crime crisis? No. What they're going to do is they're going to spend all their time and all of your money trying to get Donald Trump. I think it's ridiculous.
You know how he knows this?
Ridiculous.
Do you know how he knows this?
But the American people are going to make this determination.
I feel like a lot of people just forgot about 2022.
Who want to make their life more affordable.
I just
who
feel
want
like
to make their neighborhoods
everybody
safer. That's
forgot.
what we're trying to deliver every single day.
If the Democrats do
Sorry,
win the midterms,
2020.
is Trump getting impeached again?
I'm sure he'll
And
get impeached.
20
They have nothing to
2020,
actually run on,
2024.
govern on. Their
A lot of
entire
people forgot.
obsessive focus of that.
Or it was just like a bad dream. But that's how he knows. And that's how everybody knows. Okay, cool.
If I could also ask, are you aware
I'm
of
interested.
why the FBI is looking into Senator Graham's death? Have you gotten any updates on why they were at his home?
Why wouldn't you?
Why? Because I think, he had a problem. His father had a very similar problem, as you know. It's very unique. At first I heard it was clogged arteries, because he did have clogged arteries. He had a problem with that. He was, I wish he took better care of himself. I say, you can solve that problem, but what happened is actually something that's very hard to detect. It was not related to any blockage. It was a totally different thing. And supposedly, and I've watched all the medical reports, I've had the doctors from the White House come in and explain what happened. And this is something that is almost undetectable. And if it happens, there's not much you can do about it. It sounds unfortunate, but there's not much you can do about it. If you look at his father died of
Oh my word, bro.
the same
Really?
thing
I
at
can't
about
watch
the
a
same
video?
age. So there was not much. They say it's almost undetectable. You can detect it by if you have a very bad back. That's a sign.
Okay,
it's a bad
what was it?
So if anybody has a bad back, it's a pretty rough thing to think about. But the fact that's one of the primary signs, and he would tell me he had a bad back, but little did it.
What did he call this tactic when he talks about
bursts?
this in circles?
Bursts. There's not much, so I don't see a lot of evil there. I know there's all sorts of conspiracies.
Dude, it sounds like appendicitis.
I don't think
me see.
the FBI.
I've read many comments both here and elsewhere. Why isn't anybody considering a virus? Oh my gosh, here we go. Dude, let's not even entertain that. Wait till you get facts. Please elaborate on why a bad back is an early warning sign for a heart attack like the senator had. What specifically should someone look for in a bad back that would be the telltale sign? I would like to know that as well. Seems like good information and probably could save somebody. Oh, he has rock. Didn't even see that. Here we go. We're gonna find out. Erotic D-section? That sounds terrible. The reported cause of Sen Graham's death often causes sudden, severe tearing, ripping pain in the upper back or between the shoulder blade. Sometimes the main or only symptom, it can feel like a bad back, but strikes abruptly even at rest, and is a medical emergency. Chronic everyday back pain is not an early warning sign. Red flags, new intense pain, not from injury, sudden onset, possibly with chest pain, shortness of breath, sweating, or dizziness. Call 911 immediately if these appear. Not a subtle tall tale. You inspect in an old bad back. The pain itself signals crisis. Consult a doctor for personal symptoms. I see. So it's it hurts in the back and the chest area. Hard to breathe. Makes sense. That's something that would go along with something that's about to kill you. Your body's trying to warn you. It might not warn you fast enough. Or soon enough, sorry, I should say. But it tries to warn you. It's not like something like, oh, I got a bad back. Am I gonna die tomorrow? I wouldn't worry about it. Like if you've had, constant back pain, But if you get a sharp, rip, like something stabbing you, a hot knife in the back, I'd probably go see a doctor anyway, no matter what, as soon as possible. That doesn't sound like a